Hey, Derrick, I completed 300 questions, but I'm not seeing my score improve. An error log helps to capture how you spend your prep time, right? So often, right, the conversation about studying for a standardized test, GMAT, GRE, or LSAT, or MCAT, is how should I spend my time? And so what happens is that in the beginning of an error log construction, you want to be aware of just how you're spending your time, right? So like the error log construction comes with advancement of your studies, right? So maybe in the beginning of your studies, you're going to have a lot of errors that you're making. But as time goes on, you'll have less errors and you will have a greater understanding of where you should focus your time to improve. So, from working with students on the test prep at Magoosh for the last 3 years or so, I have noticed, right, there is a focus on quality over quantity, and in some cases, right, not in every case. So what I've noticed is that I will work with a student, and the student would have completed 200, 300 questions, and their response to their statement to me would be, hey, Derrick, I completed 300 questions, but I'm not seeing my score improve. 300 questions is on the lower end when it comes to completing questions on the GMAT or GRE. You need to put in a couple of hundred questions, right, over a span of time. Now, if you are studying for the GRE or GMAT or any other test for 3 months, you're going to be able to get in less time as it would be to study for 6 months or greater, right? And so what needs to be taken into consideration is that the quality of your questions comes to more of the who is creating the questions at the top level of question creation is using like the official guide or information made by ETS, questions made by ETS. This is coming straight from the test prep provider, and it's going to have like the greatest level of quality. One step below that would be Magoosh as a test prep provider, where our questions mimic and are very closely related to what is provided by the official guide. Even for ETS, we have material that is on par definitely with what is provided on the GRE. But what you want to be aware of is the fact that working on those questions are going to help you out a lot, right? And so you want to answer more and more questions, so putting in the time. Now, many students do not complete enough prep problems, right? So sometimes you need to do a lot of prep problems to get over the hump and get that concept locked into your brain. Often students complete only problems they are comfortable solving. That's the other step. Often with test prep environments, students complete problems that they are more comfortable with solving, but not necessarily aware of the stretch or the growth that is needed. And then a majority of students don't review the problems they have completed. So a quick rule of thumb, I have noticed that with many students have had success, where's 1 minute spending time working on the problem and then 2 minutes reviewing that problem. And so that's a quick rule of thumb to help you with improving your scores. Okay, how do we use an error log, right? How is an error log used? By keeping an error log, you can identify patterns in your mistakes. So for example, if you're consistently getting algebra questions wrong, you could spend more time reviewing algebra concepts and practicing algebra problems. So you get a chance with using the error log, you get a chance of identifying is it a concept that I'm not getting, or is it my process? If it's a concept, to go back to the text and read or review our Magoosh videos and get up to speed on the concept at hand. If it's a process where you are making a process mistake on many of your Magoosh questions, we can, identify that and then help you work through the problems and how to solve the problems. Maybe it's like setting up your paper. Maybe it's, reading and stopping at every punctuation mark. This is all feedback that you're able to put into your error log. Additionally, reviewing your error log periodically. So I want to make a statement. So make something clear. So when it comes to your error log, I noticed that another small subset of students who work on the error log but don't review the answers, right? And that's a big mistake, right? Because if you work on your error log, you will have to take the time to review what mistakes you make. And by making those mistakes, you get a chance to learn from them by reviewing it. So you want to review your error log maybe 3 to 4 times a week. I was able to work on my error log and get it to the point where it became like my study manual. And I actually remember bringing my error log with me to my GMAT exam because it made it possible for me to kind of quickly flip through what are some of the common mistakes that I make. The error log is in essence a document that is created specifically for you by you. And if you work the error log to the level that you need to, it will make it possible to have like an individual study plan created just for yourself.